Moving on to tip number 7, unfortunately something which if you don't do can lead to a lot of heartache and a lot of genuine problems in your life. Tip number 7, read the fine print. Like we were discussing earlier, sometimes there can be emergencies, sometimes there can be unexpected expenses that we had not planned for. And it is at that point of time when you need to rely on your savings and be able to make use of them to help you tide over that circumstance. Unfortunately, every investment option comes with its own set of constraints. These could be lock-in periods, these could be exit clauses, it could be other kinds of penalties that you need to pay when you need to liquidate your money at a short notice. Therefore, it's really important that every time you make a decision to invest in some new instrument or a new product, you take the time to understand what are the various constraints that are attached to this product. So don't be afraid to read the fine print. Do not hesitate to ask 100 questions from your investment advisor or whoever is the salesperson selling you that product. A few kinds of questions that you need to ask just to help you, get a sense of what I mean when I say fine print is, are there any exit clauses? What happens if I want to liquidate my investment option early? Are these payments one time or are these repetitive payments? What happens if I miss a payment? What happens if I need to exit part of the investment option? What are the various penalties that I may be liable to pay if for whatever reason I want to change my contract? These are just a few of the kind of questions that you should make sure you understand so that you are able to make the right kind of investment decision. Typically, for a person who's starting out, I would recommend that you should have a balance of investment options that are fairly liquid, which means they are easy to enter and exit out of, and some options which are perhaps not that liquid but are fairly long term and are able to compensate for that illiquidity by giving you a slightly higher rate of return. So it's always a payoff. Are you getting the benefit of liquidity or are you getting the benefit of a higher payoff? So try to strike the right balance between liquidity, the rate of return, the kind of risk that you are taking, and make sure that you are choosing the right investment option for the kind of purpose that you are creating that investment for. So for example, an emergency fund should never be parked away in an illiquid investment option. When I say illiquid means an investment option where it is difficult to exit. So a closed-ended mutual fund, for example, is an illiquid option because you will not be able to exit that fund before the end of the time period. While something like a checking account or a savings account is a very, very liquid option because you can put in whatever money you have at the time and you can take out whatever money you need. So make sure you pick the right investment option and make sure that you read the fine print, understand all the constraints that are attached to these options and make the right choice for you.